Welcome to Parchment Update, an interview series from the Parchment Community Library to bring your community closer to you. I'm Karen Woodworth, Library Ambassador. I'm joined today by Holly Waite. She's the Director of Dining Services with Chartwells for the Parchment School District. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for inviting me. I'm so happy to talk to you today about our summer programs.
Yeah, well, summer break is beginning, and that means Meetup and Eat Up will begin soon. How does Meetup and Eat Up work?
So, Meetup and Eat Up is funded by the USDA and it's designed to provide nutritious meals to children in the summer months when school is out of session. It's available to schools and other nonprofit organizations such as a YMCA, a Boys and Girls Club in the area where 50% or more of the students qualify for free meals at school. Due to regulations, all the meals must be consumed on site and they can't be taken home like a grab and go lunch because the purpose of Meet Up and Eat Up is kind of exactly what the words say. It's to get children together and have a meal in the summer, just like they do in the cafeteria at school.
Well, that sounds good. And I really like that social aspect too, because sometimes it can seem like kids get a little isolated from their friends during the summer. So, who can get meals? Are there any kinds of restrictions?
Okay, so here's the official language that I'm going to read from the USDA. It's a little clunky, but it is free meals will be made available to all children and teens 18 years of age and under, or persons up to 26 who are enrolled in an educational program for the mentally or physically disabled that is recognized by a state or local public educational agency. So, a lot of big words. Um, but basically, it's any child who's 18 years and under, except for those restrictions for 26 and under. There's no registration, no income requirements, not even proof of residency. So you don't have to live in the Parchment School District or have a Parchment address in order to participate. And the best thing is that there's no paperwork. Like we all hate paperwork, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
so we don't have any of those restrictions or requirements. And that's just to make sure that all children have access to a healthy, nutritious meal in the summer.
Okay. Is there an option for adults with the children to buy any of the meals?
Yes. So the USDA again sets the adult lunch price and you get the exact same meal as the children. And this year that is $5.75 per adult. So if they come to a site, we ask cash only. We try not to have a ton of cash at the site to get change. And I know that quarter is um, a little annoying. But you can plan on about $6 for a meal. And we do actually have quite a few adults that do join their children, especially at Parchment High School, that eat the lunch with their kids during the day because I mean, it's hard to find a lunch, especially a nutritious and yummy lunch like ours for only 5.75.
That's true. That is really a bargain, and you get the, social aspect too. So I know it's yummy, it's nutritious, but what kind of food is included in the meals?
So, we do all of the fan favorites for the students out in the community. They all follow the nutrition guidelines set by USDA, but I'm really proud that we are one of the few sites and the few districts that serve hot meals to the kids who come to our sites. So it's not a bag lunch or a cold sandwich or something that, you can make at home. These are the meals that kids love. Things like chicken nuggets, pizza, hot dogs. With our hot dog this year, we're also offering French fries. That's on Wednesdays. We also put in a breakfast for lunch because we know that kids love French toast sticks. So we have French toast sticks on Thursdays and also peanut butter and jelly uncrustable on Friday. We have to offer fruits and vegetables, of course, as well as milk to round out the meal to make those to meet those nutritional guidelines. So those are also there, and those change, especially seasonally as we get into July and August, even though our menu may say cucumbers, if another veggie is ready to go, or fresh strawberries, let's say, as we head into the end of June and the 1st of July, we'll purchase those fresh local strawberries and put those out for the students too.
Well, that does
Probably,
sound yummy and nutritious.
yeah, yeah. Um, Around June 10th, so by next Wednesday, all of our menus will be posted at the school district's website, and that website is parchmentschools.org. So parchmentschools.org, and you can find all of our summer menus on that website.
Okay, and I know your locations will be there too, but let's go over those. Where can families
Yeah.
find Meet Up and Eat Up this summer?
Okay, so we have one, two, three, we have four meetup and eat up sites this year. We have Parchment High School, which serves breakfast and lunch. And then we have Northwood Elementary that serves breakfast and lunch. And those two serve breakfast, one because the childcare is at Northwood. They're all open sites, so anybody, any child from the community can come into these sites and have breakfast or lunch. These are our indoor sites. We also have the breakfast available for some of our early risers. It does take a while for young children to stop waking up at 6 a.m. to get ready to go to school. So, this is a great way to get them out of the house, go for a walk, go to a park, have breakfast, and then come back and have lunch. The other two outdoor sites that we have for Meet Up and Eat Up are out at Hillcrest Acres and, of course, at the Parchment Community Library. All of the sites start on Monday, June 15th, and they're Monday through Friday sites, except for the week before the 4th of July. So those meet up and eat up sites will be closed June 29th through July 3rd. So we won't have any meal service. Kind of gives our staff a break because we only have 1 week after school ends, which is next week, and 1 week before school starts, where we can do all of our mandatory trainings. My staff can take their vacations. Otherwise, they work year round. So that gives them a little bit of a break, also, is that week before the 4th of July. Another way that families inside and outside of our community can find locations that might be closer to them is to call 211. They will have a listing of all of the summer food service sites that you just give them your address and they can look it up and let you know what site is closest to you and the meal times, um, the dates, and also the location.
Okay, that sounds great. And we do always enjoy hosting Meetup and Eat Up here at the library. And of course, we have things for people to do at the library. And this year, I'm happy to say that we are looking forward to working with you and bringing the library to the other sites in Parchment. So we'll have some library information, some summer reading signups, summer reading prizes as the summer goes on for people to collect them. So we're hoping that's going to be a great partnership this year. And so excited that you have a new program this year called Sun Meals to Go. So tell us about that one. What is it and how does it work?
Yeah, so Sun Meals to Go is another USDA program, and it's again can only be offered in areas or areas with schools closest to it that have that 50% free or reduced kind of clientele or student clientele. It also has to have what the USDA calls a rural designation. Um, and we happen to find a site within our zip code where we can provide the Sun Meals to Go this year, and that is going to be at Haven Church. So this is a really great um, kind of like a different opportunity for families that don't either have the ability, the time, or the resources to come to our sites every day, Monday through Friday. Instead, they can pick up 7 days of lunches and 7 days of breakfast for their children just 1 day a week at Haven Church. And those are going to be on Thursdays. So every Thursday, starting the 18th, will be our first Thursday pickup at Haven Church. It will be a drive-through service. Again, we no income requirements, no signups. Everything is first come, first serve. So if we run out, we run out. We'll make more the next Thursday. Um, what's really cool is all of the meals in these meal packs, all of the items, not only meeting the nutritional guidelines, but lots of fresh fruits, lots of fresh veggies. And they also include the fan favorites of our students, including the beloved Bosco sticks. Kids love these cheese-filled breadsticks with the marinara dipping sauce. All of the items are packed into three different bags. We have a freezer bag, a cooler bag, and what we like to call a dry storage or pantry bag. And it will have all of the items that one child needs to feed them breakfast and lunch for the 7 days. The milk is bulk, so we'll be giving out half gallons of chocolate milk and white milk, but everything else is meant to have instructions, which we'll provide with the menu of how the children and teens can warm up these items, serve those items all in a microwave, so no ovens are involved. And they're things that they can make themselves or with little assistance from an adult, which is really cool that we can provide all those different items that look just like a school breakfast and lunch for them at that 1 day pickup. Again, no residency requirements, no paperwork to fill out. Um, the big deal with this one that's different than Meet Up and Eat Up, well, a couple things. One is that the meals aren't eaten on site because they're just a pickup. The other thing is that parents can only pick up meals for their own children. Adults can only pick up meals for their own children, um, which is different when we've had some of the bulk pickups we did during when the schools were closed for the anticipated school closures of the COVID years. So only parents can pick up meals for their own children without the children being in the car. But any other adult that shows up with children in the car during the meal pickup time, we can provide the meal packs for the number of kids that are in the car. So, for an example, um, if grandma is watching three kids or the parents are at work, if grandma or grandpa bring three, four, or five children with them in the car, they'll get three, four, or five 7 day meal packs for all of those kids. Any adult who just comes by themselves, though, must be the parent. So we're super excited for this. I just love that the children in our community, or even the younger ones, can see what kind of meals we serve at school and how great they are, and they're familiar to them. So it doesn't make them miss school. So even, just having that connection to school, just like you all coming to our sites and providing literature and education about the library and the importance of reading, it all ties back to school and community.
Yeah, yeah, it really does. It really does. And between Sun Meals to Go and Meet Up and Eat Up, it's a great thing you're doing, feeding the children of our community and even, some of the adults that get to pay for their meals and participate. Well, before we wrap up here today, what else would you like us to know?
So we've been running, Parchment Schools has been running the Meet Up and Eat Up program since 2013. Um, we're super proud of it. It's growing and it continues to grow again this year. And I just want to make sure the community knows, and anyone watching, your library videos, that we welcome anyone from any community. So the children don't have to reside or in Parchment schools or even be in school. We get a lot of other parents who bring their children from other communities and hang out at the library or come to Parchment High School, where if they have a little pickier eater, a lot of them like to come to Parchment High School because we usually have like 4 or 5 different entrees than we do at our other outdoor sites. So that kind of sets us apart, I think, a little bit, especially from other meetup and eat up sites in the county or even in the state. So we're really proud of that. Oh, I also wanted to just touch again on the $5.75 price for adults because adults cannot eat any part of the child's meal, even if the child is done eating. Those leftovers unfortunately have to go into the trash, and the adult cannot eat any part of the child's meal because this is a child nutrition program. So I would encourage the adults that are bringing the kids to the sites to only select the items that they're going to eat because that's okay, right? Food waste. Um, and then also participate with their child or the child that they're bringing for a lunch for only $5.75. Probably my last reminder is that all of the meals that we serve at our summer sites, the Meet Up and Eat Up, and also Sun Meals to Go, are first come, first serve. So we cannot start serving until the exact time that we have registered with the Department of Education and USDA. So you don't have to come too early because we can't serve early in this program. So if it says noon, we can't even serve at 11:59, which some people don't understand. But that's just part of the regulations. And that will be the same with Sun Meals to Go at Haven Church. So we cannot start until the exact time that's listed on the paper as far as our meal service time. So first come, first serve. Um, we can only guess at what it's going to look like in the first week and on the first couple of days. So we always make adjustments. And my staff has been really successful of ensuring that every student, especially or every child at our meetup and eat up sites has a meal, even if they have to wait a couple minutes or 10 minutes because we have to run to the high school to get them a meal. We will do that. So it's just the sun meals to go, especially that first round. When they're gone, they're gone.
Okay, well, that's pretty clear. All right. Well, I want to say thank you to you and to your staff for all that you do year round to feed the children in our community. And thank you for taking the time to talk to me today and to share the information.
You bet. Have a good summer. Maybe I'll see you at a site.